Hi, this is Mike from Stagecoach Road Vintage Sewing Machine, and this is the final test of your Atlas that you sent to us for restoration. She was totally frozen up when she came to us, more so than any machine I've ever seen before. And we had to take some heroic measures to break her presser bar and her needle bar free. But they're working now. We replaced the presser bar because due to the high heat that we had to apply to free this up, we actually had to use a welding torch. It warped this this bar here. So you probably already know how to thread this machine, but we're going to go over it again just for you, and we'll probably also post this video to the internet so others who have the same machine can benefit from this information. So you put your spool on the spool pin, go through your upper thread guide between the discs of your tension assembly. Make sure you catch the check spring and pull it on up until the thread goes into this notch here at the top of your tension assembly. Then when you pull up on the thread, you can see that it pulls your check spring up. From there, you want to go into your take-up lever, down through the first thread guide here, catch the second thread guide at the bottom, and then go down through your needle from left to right. And let's see, I want to show you how to bring your lower thread up. To bring up the lower thread, you hold the end of the thread that's coming out of the eye of the needle. Turn your hand wheel towards you, one full revolution. That'll pick up the lower thread and bring it up. Put both of your threads below the presser foot and towards the back, and you're ready to sew. Yeah, we'll talk about the bobbin winder in a bit. Drop your presser foot, hold your threads for the first stitch or two. Oh, that's right. Let's see. I have to put a since this came to us from your cabinet, it didn't come with the foot control. We'll have to use our foot control. You follow the cord, you'll see which one comes out of the motor. You plug that into the receptacle marked motor. And the other cord, of course, is for the light, and it plugs into the receptacle marked light. Your light switch is here on the faceplate. Okay, now we'll hold the threads for the first stitch or two to lock them in place. And then off we go. Let's go right up onto that fat seam there. Fat seam. Okay. This is the rolled seam at the bottom of a pair of jeans. I believe these are Carhartt work pants. And that's a pretty thick seam all by itself, or hem all by itself. But we're going to go through both hems. So yeah, she's throwing good. This control here drops your feed. Let's get off of that hem. You have two settings. There's three settings actually. There's normal, where it is for regular sewing, silk, which is for delicate fabrics, and darn for when you want to be able to move the fabric by hand. When it's in the darn position, the feed dogs are dropped, and you are the one that controls which way the fabric goes. That's your feed drop. This is your stitch length adjuster. If you want long stitches, you go down. If you want short stitches, you go up towards the middle. The center position is 0, where the feed dogs go up and down, but they don't move the fabric. Above 0 is reverse, and for longer threads, you go towards the top. If you want to lock your threads so that they are even in forward and reverse, you turn the knob until it reaches the setting you're at. To the right is shorter stitches, and to the left are longer stitches. When it's all the way to 0, it's just kind of locked there in the middle, and the fabric doesn't go anywhere. But the feed dogs are still coming up and touching the fabric. So when you darn, you still want to go into the darn position, or machine embroidery. So for longer stitches, you turn it to the left, and then you can go the full length forward and reverse. And of course, you can set it for anywhere in between. There's 1. There's 2.5. 2 or 3 is a nice stitch length for regular sewing. Longer stitches all the way down. This control here is the pressure on your presser foot. So if you're sewing something that's really lightweight, you might want to back off the pressure. There's a silk setting, a cotton setting, linen, wool, coats, darning. Oh wait, I went all the way around. So there's where you set the presser foot for darning, and it's very light pressure on your fabric. For regular sewing, set it about at cotton. What else? I guess that just leaves winding the bobbin, so let's do that. I don't think I'm going to use my good German thread to show you how to wind the bobbin, so we'll use another thread. Beg pardon. So to wind the bobbin, put your spool on this spool pin down here. Go between the discs of the bobbin winder tensioner and up to your bobbin. I guess I'll need a bobbin for that. This machine uses class 15 bobbins, which are about the most common in the world. And you'll see them in plastic or in steel. You'll see them, sometimes they have the holes all the way around. Wait a minute, that's not a 66, that's for a featherweight. Looks like this, only smaller. Sometimes they'll have the holes, sometimes it'll just be, it won't have any holes. There we go, there's our class 15 bobbins. There's a class 15 bobbin. It looks a lot like that Singer featherweight bobbin, except that this one is a little taller, a little narrower this way. So let's see. Put your thread through one of the holes from the inside towards the out. Make sure that your bobbin winder is up. And there's a chrome knob in the center of your hand wheel that you're going to turn towards you about a quarter turn. And hold on to your hand wheel and turn that knob towards you quarter to a half a turn until it hits its stop there. Then the hand wheel can spin without cycling the rest of the machine. So put your thread through one of the holes in the side of the bobbin, the inside toward the outside. Then hold on to your thread and give the thread a few wraps around the bobbin just to hold it in place. Now the bobbin's going to go on with the thread coming off the top towards the left. Put it onto your bobbin winder spindle and then turn it until the little tab on the bobbin winder goes into the slot on the side of the bobbin. And then away you go. You see that it's winding back and forth evenly across your bobbin. We're not going to wind a full bobbin because this is just for a test. Leave yourself a little tail on your bobbin. Lift this little release lever here. That, by the way, releases itself when your bobbin is full. As the thread fills up, it pushes up on this lever until it's full, and then it pops up, and then your bobbin doesn't spin anymore. Your bobbin goes into the bobbin case, which of course is down here below the slide plate. And when you put it in your bobbin case, you want the thread coming off of the bobbin, off the top of the bobbin to the right. Put your bobbin in the bobbin case, hold the end of your thread and guide it into this notch here and under the leaf spring there until it clicks into place. And it's got, this leaf spring is what adds your lower tension, and you'll feel just a little bit of tension on there after it snaps into place. Then you hold this little lever on your bobbin case, and that keeps your bobbin from dropping out while you're inserting it. Push your bobbin in, push your bobbin case in until the little finger goes into the notch at the top of the bobbin race. And again, you hold your upper thread, tighten the knob in the end of your hand wheel to start sewing again. Hold your thread, Turn the hand wheel towards you one full turn, and up comes your lower thread. There we go. And that's it. That's all I can think of. Your belt tension. You should never have to worry about your belt tension, but if sometime in the future you have to replace your belt, you don't want your belt to be tight. You want it to be snug, but not any tighter than it takes to be able to turn the hand wheel. If you have too much, if your belt is too tight, it puts drag on your machine and slows it down. So the friction of this belt is enough to turn it, so it doesn't need to be tight. So that's it. This is your Atlas, and you'll be seeing her soon. If you come here from somewhere else, just to take a look at a video about an Atlas, we are Stagecoach Road Vintage Sewing, and you'll find us at stagecoachroadsewing.com. We restore sewing machines for people all over the country. People send us their machines from New York and Florida and Texas and just about everywhere else. So if you need some restoration work done, or if you're just looking for a cool machine, you'll find some nice restored machines on our website, stagecoachroadsewing.com. We're on Stagecoach Road and Stagecoach Road Sewing. And you'll also see hundreds and hundreds of other machines that we've restored over the last couple of decades. And if you click on the pictures of those, you can go and see the pictures of all the other machines from all different angles. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching.